Hi, my name is Pomi Chafin, and today my group and I will be presenting on the topic social media's role in globalization. For introductions, I will be covering innovations of technology, increased social media usage, especially within the last decade, and the benefits of social media involvement with businesses. So, innovations of technology. According to the textbook, globalization is defined as a trend toward greater economic, cultural, political, and technological interdependence among national and international institutions and economies. With innovations of technology, there have been new forms of advancements such as email and video conferencing, the internet and company intranet and extranets, which have accelerated the pace of encouraging global investment and decreasing barriers to trade. As Thomas Friedman, American journalist and New York Times writer, likes to put it, the world is becoming flatter, and connections can be made virtually anywhere in the world regardless of time, distance, geography, and language. Technological innovation has led to significant advancements in information technology, making it easier, faster, and less costly to move information across the world. This has created many advantages for international companies like Amazon, national businesses like Letgo, and in general, all small businesses across the globe. Because of technological innovation, businesses have the opportunity for cheaper startup costs, have simpler implementation processes, and have a greater ability to cater to all customers worldwide. Although it was previously a simple business to make connections with local and regional customers without the internet, it is now vital to become involved in social media to become part of the online world. According to the Pew Research Center's Internet and American Life project, social media usage in U.S. adults has increased from 8% in 2005 to 72% in 2013. And the social media platform Twitter alone has increased from 8% in 2010 to 18% in 2013. Since social media is a major activity from a wide range of demographic groups, and the social media usage trend is predicted to grow in the future, social media is a vital tool to understand and become integrated in business plans in order to become successful. Social media involvement benefits businesses because the platform helps businesses locate their main audience members, identify their target market, and increase overall return of investment. Because businesses can locate their main audience members through many platforms such as social media sites Facebook and Twitter, social media platforms offer many active and inactive audiences who have different interests. After locating their main audience through social media platforms, businesses have the opportunity to start their social media presence by identifying who the audience is, what the audience is looking for, and where they are located at. Selecting the right social media tool helps make the connection between the business and audience, making a successful business plan an overall higher return of investment. It is clear the online globalization marks the start of a new internet era in the business within the United States. Although some may think social media involvement is a passing trend or fad, it is clear that the trend involves beyond consumers and delves into professional and business organizations. Today, corporate and small businesses must take part of the social media in order to maintain competitive and become successful within their industries.
So my portion of the paper was on Amazon. The company debuted in 1995 with a mission that was kind of unique for its era. The company mission was entirely customer-centric, and the idea was that it was supposed to be an online company that a consumer can discover anything and buy anything online. And so throughout the years, it became internationally recognized brand, so they took off very quickly. So they started out first by doing just books and CDs and videotapes, and then soon they branched out to toys and electronic components and things like that, and now they offer almost anything you could want. Anything from food to consumer-based electronics or even company-based electronics. So because of their online presence, they have the ability to do personalized advertisements, and this was one of the first companies to take advantage of an algorithmic-based advertisement system. So when you log in to Amazon and you do your searches, it takes what you've done searches on, and if you haven't bought the product that you've searched for, it piles all the different types of products that you haven't purchased but you've searched, and reminds you through emails and puts them even on your Facebook feed. And this is a way that advertising is more personalized and stretches using globalization to the individual. Amazon's worldwide success as a business in general has led to other companies paying Amazon to advertise on their website. And so it's a two-way advertisement system. Amazon advertises to the consumer, and other companies advertise to the consumer through Amazon now. So as an emerging market, Amazon is faced with the challenges of always being ahead of the game. In order to do that, Amazon has branched into the iPhone industry for apps, and the Android industry as well, so that you can browse different products and even make purchases directly on your phone. You don't need to be at a computer anymore. On top of that, it's faced with the challenge of being the #1 online seller in the entire world. So what they have started to do is branch worldwide other than just the US. And the problem with that is that the challenge they're facing is that they haven't made a profit in their international sales. And so what they're starting to do is they're starting to retract selling to certain areas that are costing them too much money, and more centralize them only to Europe or heavily populated areas like China or Japan.
My portion of the presentation was on the company Let Go, since we were talking about social media's role in globalization and how it's getting businesses off the ground more easily. We figured we would pick Amazon since they were started longer ago, and Let Go since Let Go was actually started just last year in February of 2015. And they are actually based in Barcelona, though they have platforms in 40 different countries, and since our presentation is basically focusing on the United States, I'm going to focus on the United States platform that they have for their site. And to talk a little bit about the history of how Let Go got going. Let Go was able to raise a total of $100 million in Series A funding, which is similar to the Stage 2 funding when it comes to international product life cycle and the maturing stage of that, which is when in the Stage 2 international product life cycle is when domestic and abroad markets become fully aware of the product that they have to offer and the benefits, and this is one of the most critical stages of funding for a new company. So the Series A funding and raising $100 million was really what got them off the ground and running. And also because of their co-founder Alex Oxenford, who previously started a company called OLX, which is similar to Let Go, only it's based abroad over in India, I believe it was. And they are a buy and sell site just like that, and they have been very successful. So having Alex come in and kind of be a co-founder on Let Go has really helped them get off the ground and running as well. And they've been doing pretty well ever since. When it comes to Let Go and advertising, they have a couple of really good ways that they've actually been able to promote their site to gain that popularity so quickly. One is through television commercials. So recently there have been a lot of television commercials with Let Go and what they do. So they range in location, from some of them being in just completely goofy places like space, and some of them being in a chase from running from the cops, and some just being at their own houses. And through this, they're showing that you can basically get rid of your stuff anywhere, anytime, for any reason. So during the chase, they're trying to get rid of it just because they can't carry it anymore. At his house, he just doesn't play it anymore, which is a guitar, so he's giving it to somebody else that can use it. Through all of these commercials, they're really showing how versatile that their site can be. And though television commercials are one good source of medium, the real good one that is just most important these days is social media. And they've been using popular applications for cell phones and just plain websites like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, just to get everybody's attention. So they have their own Facebook page, which allows you to just automatically go in and install the app directly from their Facebook site. You can just go check out Instagram and it'll just give goofy posts about like what's going on with them. And through that, they've been able to accumulate 2 million downloads in that short period of time from February 2015 up till now, which it's actually up to about 10 million, I think, last I saw. So they've really been able to expand through social media, which is something that everybody should be able to take, put into use. So overall, social media and television, but mainly social media, they're both really important components when it comes to advertising and getting a business up and running off the ground these days. Because nearly everybody has a cell phone and a computer, some form of internet access that they can easily just go and share things or see what other people are sharing. And that really just makes it easier because you don't have to worry about looking in newspapers anymore. Everything is digital. And by creating a site that just allows you to easily shop around and has a mobile app versus Craigslist where you can only go web browser, LetGo has a web browser, but they're specifically mobile friendly, so that way you can do this on the go and you don't have to use all the Facebook groups. Like Fairbanks, I know, has like Fairbanks for sale or for sale Fairbanks and all of those different sorts of groups, but LetGo specifically is kind of similar to Craigslist, but they are mobile friendly where they create an app that allows you to just look in your specific town and see what everybody's selling locally, so that way you can easily just be on the go, sitting on a bus, sitting in your car as you're on a long trip, or something to that effect, so you can easily just get in contact with somebody and buy something at any time. Also, by doing this more mobily, the startup costs are cheaper, so you don't have to worry about buying merchandise, buying many buildings, or renting many buildings and keeping them up and running. You just have to basically rent a headquarters, get some app writers and the people that'll write the programs, which can be a lot cheaper because you don't have to hire near as many employees if you're going to be having a store for some reason. So there's just really not as many moving parts to worry about. And also because of that mobile format, as I kind of mentioned before, it just easily lets people all over the world just get in contact with one another. So even if you are in a different town, you can always look at another town if you're going to be traveling there and see what's available there and just get in contact with those people that way. So overall, social media is super important, and without it, LetGo probably wouldn't be as popular as it is, and they wouldn't have gained as many users as they did from the start. And that is what people need to start taking into account, is that social media has that kind of power and can really kind of make or break a company these days.
My name is Soren Butler, and my part of the presentation was to see how social media is used by small businesses and the lack of social media by small businesses. In the fast-paced world of business today that is largely driven by technology, innovation and technology, large corporations are perfecting the way they use their social media plans to engage their customers. On the flip side, many small businesses such as mom-pop type stores are not taking advantage of this opportunity to reach its customers and are relying on old ways of marketing. A major reason for this lack of use in the lack of social media use by small businesses is, one, because lack of knowledge to start up. Many of the owners of these small businesses were not brought up in an age in which social media existed, as well as the lack of resources to keep a page updated and keep it appealing to viewers. Currently, the world's largest social media platform and a favorite among many corporations is Facebook, with over 1.5 billion users. In an article recently published by Forbes, a statement was made saying Facebook is unique in that it helps a company broaden its reach and engage in future customers before they ever walk through the door. However, it also went on to say Facebook only works when it is used strategically. This lack of strategic use is seen throughout the country as many small businesses fail to exploit social media platforms in the correct way, as they spread themselves too thin and again do not give appropriate amount of resources in order to keep these social media platforms running smoothly. The Forbes article also gave advice to small businesses in that they should seek a local social media influencer, such as a blogger or some type of magazine or newspaper that has community support and has many readers This way, the small businesses can get their name out there by the blogger or trusted social media influencer, and get the name out in the community that will allow it to reach customers on a quicker and broader scale. Along with being able to reach new customers, social media also gives benefits to companies in the way of market research. By being able to connect with future customers, businesses are also able to see what other customers are doing or what other businesses are doing and plan their business strategy accordingly. Whether it's promotions or community events, social media allows a business, especially a small business, to interact with the community in a way original marketing ways would never allow. Finally, by using social media, small businesses will be able to exploit the powers of the search engine Google. Google has set up initiatives within small communities and small businesses across America called Let's Put Our Cities on the Map and Get Your Business Online. Along with the powers of the search engine Google, Google has made an application for customers to use called Google+. This application allows customers to stay better connected to small businesses by being able to see instant news feeds, photos, promotions, and any other activity the company sees fit to throw on there.
My name is Lacey, Cruikshank, and I'll be concluding our research. As we have seen, technological innovation has encouraged globalization and broken down previous barriers of free trade. The innovation of technology has created a way for people to connect easier and faster. In addition, the fast pace of communication makes it less costly for people and businesses to move information across the world. Since many people are transitioning to the online involvement, social media use becomes a critical and relying factor on the success of a running business today. Connecting people around the world can be one of the most beneficial advantages, especially when it comes to operating a business online. Before the use of the World Wide Web, connecting people across geographic locations would be a very slow and inefficient process. With the innovation of the internet, business today are allowed to connect with customers all over the world that before might not have ever been imaginable. The access of customers all over the world is a large factor to growing a business. Without putting your company online, access to these customers would be very limited and if even obtainable at all. Currently, some small businesses, such as mom and pop type stores, lack the knowledge of social media or may think the use of social media is not necessary. However, creating an effective and matched social media platform will allow these small town stores to connect with the national and international customers and become more successful. We have reached from the largest internet-based retailer in the United States to smaller and upcoming e-commerce companies. Regardless an international operation like Amazon or a national operation like Let Go, social media makes connecting people in distant geographical locations possible. The internet is the catalyst for the success of customer-based companies large and small. With a nation once built around local business, the innovation of the internet has expanded businesses globally, giving customers the ability to shop across the world from the comfort of their own home. Let Go and Amazon were two examples that portrays today's e-commerce trend of shopping over the web. Although international business is a commercial transaction that crosses the borders of two or more nations, the use of social media can have an international effect even for small businesses that aren't operating internationally. Customers from around the world are able to view businesses via Facebook and other popular social media and blogging sites. Small businesses can advertise much more effectively through the use of social media, and small businesses are able to draw in customers from all over the world by having their business available on the web. Even when not operating in e-commerce, customers all over the world, such as tourists, can be acquired through effective social media advertisement. Globalization has had a strategic impact on how we do business today. Globalization within a business reaches its full potential with the use of the internet and social media. The advancement of technological innovation has changed the grounds for operating business in our world today. The rise of technical innovation and the internet provide a platform for e-commerce, and it is no question that e-commerce and the use of social media for advertising are both of high demand for running a successful business today.